Howdy, Possum Patty here, the Soggy Bottom bunch back behind the tree. In front of the tree we have, in a nutshell, the ghost pumpkin, Flat Stanley waving hello, and as you can see, we have a new friend here, and his name is Wally. And he's got warts. Wally the pumpkin with warts. He's got orange warts, and he's got green warts, and he's got yellow warts. And I just love Wally, yes. Where's Lucky, you may ask? Lucky's outside doing porch duty, yes. He likes to be outside on the front steps when it gets dark out, yes. Well, what I'm doing right now is filling up Ollie. Have you met Ollie? Ollie's always hidden back behind the camera, but this is Ollie, yes. This is the paper towel gnome, yes. Isn't he cute? He's so precious. And he's empty right now. Wally's job is to hand me paper towels when I'm having messy play, yes. Yes, he takes care of the paper towels, and then when I need one, he hands it to me, yes. He's a little shy, so he stays back there behind the scenes. All right, why do I need paper towels? Well, I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, yes. Oh, well, first, you might remember I got these Crayola Super Tips Classic 5 markers at the Dollar Tree, and I had to play with them, and I tried to do like a watercolor type technique with the ink that's in these, and it worked fairly well. Yes, it did. And I was wondering, does this come in any other color combinations besides Classic 5? Well, at the Dollar Tree, now we're back to the Dollar Tree the other day, I saw the Super Tips Washable Markers Bold 5. Yes, Bold 5. So now I have some new colors to play with. Yes, I do. The Classic 5 was red, orange, yellow, blue, and green. And the Bold 5 is magenta, sun yellow, grass green, light blue, and violet. So I might have to go back to the classic colors for the orange, but I want to try the yellow and the green out of the Bold 5. And then I'll probably have to mix some colors together, maybe violet and grass green to get a brown to do the step. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that, did I? Oh, the project for today is to use the Crayola Super Tips markers in the painty style to paint a picture of Wally the pumpkin with warts. Yes, we're experimenting today. I've got some Yupo paper here. Now Yupo is like plastic paper. I got this at the flea market, and a lot of people use it for alcohol ink, but you can use it for different things, really. It says watercolor and mixed media techniques on there. And it is ink-tober, so I thought I would use markers. Yeah, and a black ink pen. I'm not sure which one yet, to sort of outline it when I'm done. Yes, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is an experiment. I haven't tried these markers on Yupo paper. I need to experiment with a couple of pens on the paper. I know a lot of creators, they sit and perfect their techniques before they come on camera, yes, because they're going to show you something beautiful and how to make it. No. Well, that's not going to happen here, no. It's all fun. It's all experimental. I'm going to have a play. I'm going to try and do a picture of Wally, the pumpkin with warts. We're going to play with these new markers, and we're going to try the Yupo paper and see how it comes out. So, come on along. All right, I went and got another piece of paper. This is inexpensive watercolor paper, and this is very inexpensive sketchbook paper, because I might need to clean that off. And I want to experiment on both of these different kinds of paper. Oh, this is cardstock. I just grabbed a couple of pieces of paper from the pile over there. All right, so now we have 3 different kinds of paper to play with. That'll be fun. And we're going to start with, I think we'll start with a little bit of yellow, and then we'll put in some orange, and then we'll put in some green. Look at this gorgeous stem. Isn't that yummy? I love this pumpkin. Oh yes, where did this pumpkin come from? The Pink Possum Dress Adventure today. Yes, the Pink Possum Dress Adventure. But I believe that's going to be another journal page story. Because right now we're just going to concentrate on doing his picture so that we'll have something to put on that journal page. So these are the bolds. And these are the classics. Nice. Well, this, what color is this? Sun yellow. Looks a little orangey, doesn't it? Well, one way to do this is just to put some of the ink on a non-porous surface and use it like a, paint palette. Okay, this is the Yupo paper. And we're going to start with the lightest yellow. And we're just going to do this loosely because we can come back in later and add details. Kind of like when we made those simple fairies and we started with the paint shapes, and then we went in and drew the details. All right, so I'll leave that for a moment. And we're going to try this on cardstock. Thank you, Ollie. So we're just going to make yellow warts and add a touch of that darker color on top, like that. And this is the watercolor paper. And some of the darker yellow. Oh, there's not much on there. All right, we have our 3 different papers with the colors on there. And the clean off paper is the sketch paper. Let's do a lot of orange, and then we'll put the green on top of the orange. But you know what? I think I'm going to put this color back on there, the sun yellow. I'm going to sort of mix these 2 together and make a little bit of a pumpkin outline. So the pumpkin will be about that big. All right, there are some darker orange warts. So what would happen if we put the marker directly on the paper into a wet spot? Well, that comes out really dark. Should we try that? We could have done that with those too. All right, we can blend it with some water. There's sort of like a row of them, and some in the middle. They're kind of long and wavy, and put some back in here. Just gonna wet all these down, try to make them run a little bit. All right, starting to look like a warty pumpkin. This is the bold grass green. And this is the regular green. Ooh, it's like a phthalo green compared to that one's like a yellow green. I don't know if they're gonna play well together, but we shall see. The details don't matter that much because we're going to draw on top of it anyway, so. All right, how's it going to work with this green? Maybe I can mix them together. Okay, now I'm just playing. I'm just playing here. It's always good to play. I feel like I think I have another piece of aluminum. Wait, where is it? I feel like Wally should be a little bit wider, maybe. I don't know, like it should be like out like that. Maybe like that. All right, I need brown. So I'm going to take this violet and mix it with dark green, I think. I might need a red in there too. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's coming out like gray. Ooh, magenta. We're getting a neutral color. And let's see, the stem curves up this way. It's a little on the gray side though, isn't it? Let me get a little browner. Now that looks kind of simple, doesn't it? But once we start inking it, it'll bring out all the details. I feel like I want to concentrate on one of these pumpkins for right now. I'm not loving this little assembly line. No, I think right now I'm going to put the cardstock one aside. And should I put a stem on this Yupo one though? Oh, I didn't put green on this one yet either. I'm kind of loving this Yupo one too. Okay, let's switch papers and put a little more yellow and orange on this one. Okay, I'm going to let that one dry for a while and go back to this one. Clean off paper. Just trying out a couple of different pens down here. I don't know if I want to use the Micron, a cheap brush pen, an elegant writer, a glazed pen. I think I'm going to start with the Micron, which is just a fine liner. And all I'm going to do is sort of outline little bumps. It doesn't have to look exactly like Wally, no. I'm also going to put some ridges. Well, you can draw some fatter lines, some skinnier lines, and just like our fairies, we don't have to stay within our blobs of color. But we want to make this look like ridges of warts. So maybe make a fatter line on one side and, you know, like lighter lines on the other side. Put some big ones in here. You can make sketchy lines or solid lines. Combination of both, maybe. You can look for little patches of color and sort of outline those little patches of color like that. That's always fun to do. It looks pretty cool too. Because they're warts, we might want to, you know, make wiggly, not so perfect lines like that. See, now look at the difference. Yes, this is so much fun. I used to do pages and pages of this in one of my sketchbooks, or actually probably a couple of my sketchbooks. I've got to get that out, yeah, because I'm like totally out of practice. So if I make these lines down here heavier, but when I come up here, make them lighter. Well, if I just get one pumpkin done, that's okay. I can always go back and experiment with the other papers, you know. So I also have the yellow on this side, so I'm going to make some lighter lines. But I do want to put some darker colors here, maybe. You can't do it wrong. No, there's no wrong way. There's no wrong way to do a little sketch like this. No. He's got some big orange warts over here. But they still kind of come down like in, you know, like in ridges. Like that's a ridge there, and there's a ridge coming down over here. I need to leave a little bit of a smooth area too, I think. Well, this is an extra warty pumpkin, yes. I didn't leave too many of the smooth spaces. Let's see. Gonna use the violet, the green, orange. I'm just making this side of the pumpkin darker. Almost like it's in a little bit of a shadow. Maybe darker across the bottom a little bit. I feel like this side is very blasé, and this side is getting a lot richer. I've got some shadow. I added a little bit of the darker color maybe underneath some of these, and then they like pop out more. So I need to add something to this side, I think. I want some green over there. Where's the green? Okay, I'm loving this side a little bit more right now. You know, whatever blobby thing I make, by the time I'm done, it'll be just fine. Yeah. Just not enough color on this side. Well, it's certainly not realistic, but it's definitely fun. What about a little bit of orange? Well, if you've never tried watercolors, go get yourself a $1.25 pack of washable markers from the Dollar Tree and try this out. Okay, I'm losing some of that bright yellow. More yellow, please. I wonder if I could draw right on top. Paper's kind of wet for that. It picks up some of the black ink from the paper. Not a good idea, no. This pumpkin wins the prize for the wartiest pumpkin. Yay! Let me cut it out and we'll see how it looks. So how did the experiment go? Well, the UPO is still wet. I could dry that with a heat tool. I might do that later. Some of the yellow's all washed out. What I might do is just add more colors on top of here, let it dry really well, and then see how the pen works on top of it. Not really excited about the cardstock, but it does have some interesting watercolor effects there. Paper's not going to hold up really well though, but that's okay. I might do something with that too, but this evening I just focused on this extra warty pumpkin. Way more warts than Wally, but that's okay. I was having fun and I couldn't stop. So here it is close up. And it is the morning dove o'clock. Now I'm looking at Wally here and there's like green warts on top of orange warts and yellow warts on top of orange warts, green warts on top of yellow warts there. Some of these are really small. Look at this. Well, I guess that, well, if I hold it like that, yes, that's very warty right there, with only a couple little spaces. The wartiest side of the pumpkin. Look how dark those are. So that was fun. Yeah, it's completely out of practice, but it was a lot of fun using the Crayola Super Tips washable markers. Now the question is, we found the classic, we found the bold. Is there a pastel? Is there a pastel set? Yes, I'm thinking, yes, that if they came out with the classic and they came out with the bold, that they will come out with pastel colors. And using the washable markers with water to get a really fun watercolor effect. So it doesn't look like marker at all. No, it really does look like watercolor on there. Just over to the shelf to get my October journal, because tomorrow I'm going to journal about the Pink Possum Dress adventure, and I'm going to use the little Warty pumpkin that I made today with my Crayola washable markers, my little painty pumpkin. I've got to decide what page to put it on. I have a few blank pages in here. Now this may become a journaling card or maybe just like ephemera on the page to decorate the page. We'll see. We'll see. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Yeah, you all come back now. You hear? Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.